We are broadcasting live from Bowling Green, Kentucky. How about that?
Yes, indeed. We're in the building,
I'm trying to think. Ron Slay's here.
I'm already there. You didn't need it. We're in there already.
Come on, Bob. I think I failed to do that the first time. We are in an unbelievably cool baseball facility. dbatbowlinggreen.com is the website. Check them out because they're coming to Murfreesboro as well. They'll be opening a new facility there. This one, 15,000 feet, man. Indoor, climate control. There are kids in all kinds of cages, including Bop, which actually just delivered a single up the middle.
Okay, Bob.
The lefty Bop in the
it is lefty Bob.
In the cage right now, right in front of us. He's got the swing and a miss. Little man that was hitting left-handed earlier, delivering oppo shots. 5 years old. I was right.
You were.
Yeah.
About to be 6.
Yeah, 5 and 6 is T-ball age.
That's it. I love it.
But my man's in the cage because he's getting ready. So I don't know what Bob's doing. He's fouling pitches off. He's staying alive, like John Travolta strutting, like Will Levis coming out. Can you imagine what Will Levis felt like coming out of that football stadium?
Yes.
Like when they were done with everything in the locker room and he's just walking to his car.
I'll be feeling like the man when I walk through. That's probably what he had playing on his headphones.
I would have been bopping. I would have been walking slow and bopping.
Every bit of bop. Yeah. After that touchdown pass when he laid on his back, that let it be known right there. It's on. 2.
Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, who I believe joins us now, Titans wide receiver, Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, has been on 3HL before and is on again. Nick, what's up, man? How are you?
Doing well. How y'all doing?
Dude, obviously we've been talking about Will Levis's performance. That touchdown pass to you, 33 yards, that ball seemed like it was in the air for 10 minutes. Did it seem like that for you?
Yeah, it definitely was up there. But I liked it because it gave me enough time to run underneath it.
And also position the DB behind you, right? Like, so you could kind of time that thing out to separate him from the ball, too. Just a beautiful catch, beautiful route, beautiful throw. I know you guys had worked on that in practice, and did you think, like, if that play was called, it would work?
Yeah, definitely. It was something we saw, during the week, as an opportunity to take a shot. I was just glad they called it, just to be able to have my number called. I knew if we called it, it was a chance at a real big play. So I'm just happy everybody executed the play, O-line with protection, Will throwing the ball, and then finishing it up with the catch.
As a wide receiver, are there times where you line up and you know what all the routes are, obviously, and you look at what defense they are in and you're like, okay, this is a big play? Like, can you tell?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, on that play, I just kind of knew by the leverage of the corner, the nickel that was over top of me, and then knowing that Bates is at safety, and he really likes to jump routes. He likes to try to get interceptions. So knowing if I can sell, the route that he's thinking I'm going to run, I'll have a good chance to get open on the other side of him.
Love the breakdown in that, man. So I can tell coaches and you guys players all went through film really, really well this week. I got to know, though, how much film did you – how much time did you come on, Slay. How much time did you spend on film watching on the celebration dance? Because when you hit the Billy White shoes, I said, okay, Nick, you got it.
Yeah, I mean, I did it before. My first touchdown, he was in the building. And so I had to do the Billy White shoes for him. And then he was back in the building. And, when I saw, to start the fourth quarter, he was getting everybody hyped. Mm-hmm. So I knew if we called that play in the fourth quarter, I had to do it.
No doubt.
Were you surprised by Will Levis's performance?
I mean, I don't know if surprised is the right word, but I was definitely happy for it. I mean, I was expecting it. And you always expect the best of your teammates, and I saw him, preparing throughout the week, but then actually executing was just awesome to see too.
I mean, it really was. I mean, there's only 2 other quarterbacks in the history of the league that have thrown 4 touchdown passes in their first game. I mean, that's some historic stuff. How much do you think it helps all of you guys to be able to kind of flush that one? I know you want to enjoy it, but with the short week, I would think it's easy to move past it and move on to the next thing.
Yeah, I think it is. It's a blessing in disguise there because, we don't get too high on ourselves and just go on to the next week and try to ride that momentum. Don't think about it too much. It is what it is. It happened, but we also realize that those are the plays we expect to make, and then hopefully it can become a trend going forward.
So answer this for me. Which one is more difficult to block for? Tajay Spears or Derrick Henry, knowing the potential home run threat that each of them have on each play?
I mean, I wouldn't say difficult. I feel like they make our job easy. You know, you just know we got to get a piece, and if we can cover up the dude, it makes his job easy. But if not, you know, I know they both are able to either, you know, break a tackle or make a guy miss, make us not look bad.
Look, I love that, man, dude. They running up behind you, boy. They at any minute you could be gone, so you got to keep your eye on that jumbotron too. Yeah. Looking ahead, man, at Pittsburgh, man. Know it's a lot of things, and that Pittsburgh presents, especially up front, rushing the quarterback. But what about you guys going against that secondary? If Minka's out, is there any way you could take a piece of that to your advantage, building out a game plan this week?
Yeah, definitely. I know he's always been a good player, you know, since he's been in the league. So I feel like they're going to try to find a way to try to, you know, make up for that. And our job is to find a way to take advantage of it, whatever that looks like. You know, as we watch film these next couple of days, and really just preparing as best as we can. It's going to be a preparation battle as much as it is a battle on the field of who can really get an edge, you know, in this preparation time before the game.
And you got to think that becomes a little bit more time-consuming for Pittsburgh on a short week once you've been able to go out and show, you know, the deep ball threads, and you got Tajay coming out the big backfield, King catching it out the backfield, O-line doing that, what they're doing. It has to be a little bit of extra time, which plays in you guys' hand a little bit, don't it?
Yeah, definitely. You know, being able to have a performance like that, you know, right before a short week definitely shows them that the playbook's open, more to prepare for, and with less time to do it, should hopefully give us that advantage.
Titans just released Nick Westbrook-Ikhine with us, Titans wide receiver. Titans just released on Twitter a video of you and Billy White Shoes Johnson in the locker room. What was that conversation like? What were you guys doing?
You know, he was just, you know, giving me little tips on how to do the dance a little bit better. Said I could loosen it up a little bit. But yeah, it was awesome. It was great to meet him. Obviously a legend, and you know, I've got family and friends who, you know, that was their favorite player when they would watch football, and so it was just cool to finally meet him in person and be able to shake his hand.
What are the challenges the Steelers present?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, they got good edge rushers out there, really just good front, and they pressure the quarterback, so you know that leads to, you know, disrupting timing and whatnot. So I think for us, it's going to be being able to take advantage of those openings that happen when they do bring pressure, but also, you know, being able to be detailed and disciplined, coming off the rock fast, not letting the timing get disrupted too much.
This doesn't have anything to do with anything, really, except we love college football. I'm curious, like, when you found out that Michael Penix Jr. was transferring from Indiana, like, did you call him and go, hey, man, what are you doing, bro? We need you.
No, I understand it, man. He was going to see Kalen DeBoer, you know, be with this guy.
Yeah.
So it makes sense, and I'm happy for him, man. He's killing it out there. Wish him all the best and all the success.
Speaking of deep ball throwers, man, there might not be a better one in the country right now in college football than that guy.
Yeah, no doubt. He's been dropping dimes all over the field.
I gotta know when you have the rookies in, like, and they have a performance of that nature, like what Will Levis did. I know me as a vet in the locker room, I would, you know, have to get the young fella at lunch and put my arm around him and be like, hey, man, come on now. We need to build on this. Don't get big-headed on me. I know,
the best thing
like, I'm telling you now, it can get better than this. So what would one of those conversations be like, man, this week with Will? You know, you definitely want him to stay in the moment, but, you know, at the same time, kind of keeping him humble as well.
Yeah, I think you encourage and you give props where it's due, but also make sure, you know, that he knows exactly like you said, like, it is just one game. I feel like all of us as players have been in a situation where we've had a really good game, and maybe follow that up with something that we would rather have back. So just to let them know, you know, from our own experience, just keep your head level. Don't get too high, too low. Just kind of stay in that middle and, you know, stay where you was at. You know, keep that same level of intensity, but also being relaxed. I think that's the key there.
That's definitely the key because, we've all seen it. Like, the NFL will humble you quickly.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Mm-hmm.
What was something that you took away out of that bye week getting ready for this game, knowing that it could be a shift at the quarterback spot and you had to be ready for either one with two game plans in a sense with Malik Willis or Will Levis being in there? What was something you took away from the bye week that you all are able to build on getting that victory against Atlanta Falcons?
Yeah, I think, as a receiver group, just being real detailed, like in the preparation and, knowing that we got to be on our P's and Q's as best as we can to make the game easier for both of them.
Right.
Make it clean for both of them, give them clear pictures, and just, like I said, just being on top of what we can control to make it so they don't have to control as much. I think that was a big key and something we still got to keep doing going forward.
How much of that do you put on the responsibility of the receivers, though? Because as fans, you sit there and watch the game and a pass is completed, and you're like, oh, man, hell of a throw, or the pass is slightly off, and automatically, if it's a drop by the receiver, the quarterback still gets the brunt of it. Like, oh, come on, QB, you got to put it where it's supposed to be. How much of it is on you guys to really help the quarterback settle in, even if it is a difficult throw?
Yeah, it's definitely everybody, right? Like, O-line's got to protect. They got to be able to make it easy for the quarterback to deliver a good ball. But really it's just going down to control what you can control at each position. And I think that's our only responsibility. We can't control how the quarterback throws it. So we can only control being in the right spots, getting open fast, and just making the job as easy for them as possible. But the nature of the game is, like you said, the quarterback always ends up with most of the blame. That's what everybody sees. That's usually, at the end of the day, they're the one making the play call or, making the decision with the ball and executing it. But we got to do our job just to make it easier for him.
Yeah, a good example of that is your touchdown, the 33-yarder that you ran under. Also, another one that comes to mind is D-Hop across the middle, thrown a little bit behind him, but he makes that catch and then continues to push and spins his way into the end zone. So, yeah, you're right. That could have been a drop ball and then bad throw by the quarterback. But nope, receiver makes a play, touchdown.
Yeah, exactly. We all got to pick up the slack for each other whenever maybe it's not a mistake, but it's not 100% accurate, or maybe it's not a perfect route, but, the ball's right where it needs to be to make us open. So it goes both ways.
Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, Titans wide receiver. Good luck in Pittsburgh, man. Obviously, we'll all be watching, and we'll see if you can string together, stack some wins.
Yes, sir. Let's do it. Appreciate y'all.
All right. Yep.
No doubt.
There he is, Titans wide receiver Nick Westbrook-Ikhine. When we come back, we'll visit with the voice of the Titans, Mike Keith, as we continue to broadcast live in Bowling Green, 542 3 Springs Road in Bowling Green, Kentucky. DBAT is where we are, dbatbowlinggreen.com. Get in the cages. Eki Bob did. They've got a costume contest. Best costume wins free 3-month platinum membership. Come out in costume, get free credits and free cage usage that night, free hot dogs, candy, games, and more. All that going on at DBAT in Bowling Green right now. Mike Keith next, 104.5.